there's entirely the possibility that it was something that existed before where I'm thinking it started.
Okay.
Okay. I am a fan, like an actual fan. Like I'm a fan of Michael Zuber. I wish I found your information before 2018 because it would have made those like 6 years prior of investing so much, I don't want to say simpler, but more productive.
Right.
But I'm a fan of David Green. So David Green is
really?
Yeah, he's on Bigger Pockets. He's the co-host. He worked with your favorite, Brendan Turner. But just coming from law enforcement, when I run into somebody like Millennial Mike, who, like, have you ever seen him in person when you're talking to him? And then somebody asks him a question and radio voice comes on and all of a sudden he has the answer to the question. He is YouTube personality, right? Well, David Green is also, like Millennial Mike and me, had worked in law enforcement. And to run into somebody who works in law enforcement that can be articulate. And there's this thing that people struggle with when you're presenting to a large group of people, is that your train of thought has to be about 3 sentences ahead of where you're talking so that your tone and inflection bring you to the point you're trying to make. And David does that so well. And his information on some things is great. The idea with the Core 4 is part of his book, the book on long distance investing. So in there, he really talks about his Core 4. So maybe it existed in somebody, like Kiyosaki or somebody talked about it in the 80s or whatever could have happened, right? That's where I encountered it the first time, David Green's information. But here's where I disagree. Matt has such a good relationship with his lenders that they will create a loan product for him. So he talks about how important that relationship is. I want my lenders to hate my guts because they know that when they make an offer to me, I'm going to take that, source it with at least 3 other lenders, figure out if somebody can beat it, take it back to them and say, hey, I like your offer, but if you can beat this, I'll give you my business. Like, they know I'm shopping lenders. I want my agents to know I'm working with at least 3 or 4 of you. I want the contract, just doing a rehab right now, I make sure that when there's contract work happening, they're here at the same time. I want the guy doing some framing to know that the drywall guy, they competed bids and the other one won. So they're actually competing with each other to do a better job. But none of these Core 4 are going to like me.
Yeah.
So the Core 4 at a distance, the way I invest, I wouldn't want that.